Hey everyone, so in this video, I'm going to show you a really straightforward way to swap crypto into Monero because here's where a lot of users run into trouble. Everything feels simple right up until the moment XMR enters the picture. You start looking for a way to get Monero, then you realize it doesn't work the same way as most of the tokens you're used to seeing every day. Then one article points you in one direction, another tutorial suggests something completely different, and before you long, you're looking at extra wallets, additional tools, and a bunch of steps that weren't part of the original plan. And that's actually what happened to me. Not too long ago, I needed to move some crypto into XMR, nothing unusual, just a normal swap. But after spending some time researching different methods, I noticed that a lot of the suggested approaches involved way more effort than necessary. So I compared a few services, checked how they handled conversions, looked at processing times, and eventually landed on the platform I'm showing in this video. I've been using it for a while now, and honestly, the biggest advantage isn't some fancy feature. It's the fact that the process stays simple. You pick the asset, enter the amount, send the transaction, and receive XMR. That's pretty much it. So make sure you stick around until the end because I'll walk through the entire process exactly the way I use it myself, and I'll leave the official link in the pinned comment below. Okay, over here I'm selecting the crypto I want to exchange, and this is one of the reasons I keep coming back to this platform. It supports assets across multiple networks, which means I can use the crypto I already have instead of making additional swaps before getting started. So there's no need to bounce through 2 or 3 different platforms just to reach the asset you actually want. Alright, then I enter the amount. And right away, the estimated XMR output updates automatically, so I immediately know roughly how much Monero I'll receive based on the current market rate. Okay, next I hit connect. Then I'll choose the network I'm using, and after that, I'll select the wallet. Everything looks good, so now click swap. A confirmation window appears with all the transaction details, and this is always the part where I slow down a little. I quickly verify the amount, check the destination information, make sure everything matches what I expect, and then confirm the transaction. Alright, done. Just a few minutes later and the XMR is already sitting in the wallet. And that's exactly why I like using this method. Nothing feels complicated. I don't need to jump between several different services, I don't need to spend extra time converting assets into something else before starting, and I don't need to deal with unnecessary setup every single time I want to move into Monero. The whole thing feels smooth from start to finish. So hopefully this gave you a clear picture of how the process works and what to expect when you're doing it yourself. If anything wasn't clear or if you have additional questions, just leave them below and I'll do my best to help out. I've personally used this approach many times over the past several weeks, especially when I needed to move between different crypto assets quickly, and it's been consistently reliable. And before wrapping up, there's one thing I always mention when it comes to crypto. Convenience matters, but consistency matters even more. That's why I never recommend the platform after a single transaction. I prefer testing different assets, different networks, different transaction sizes, and seeing how everything behaves over time. So after putting this one through enough real-world use, I feel comfortable sharing it with you guys.